Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Is your coffee habit controlling you more than you're in control of your coffee habit? What if there was a better alternative? Perhaps tea from the Camellia sinensis plant in all its many varieties. Tea has been shown to be better than coffee as far as your health for a number of reasons, and this is shown through both correlation and causation. Correlation is defined as two things moving in the same direction. Causation is the action of one thing causing another. To better understand correlation and how tea correlates with a healthy lifestyle, let's start with the story of Shelley. Shelley is a late 30s entrepreneur, wife, and mother of 2 children living in Scottsdale. Shelley and her family are like so many other American families, hardworking, stressed out, very busy, oftentimes eating on the run and using coffee to fuel their day. Over the years, they had put on the weight, noticed some declines in their health, and just weren't very happy with the way things were going. So about 8 months ago, Shelley and her husband decided they were going to change their habits to change their health. One of the first things they did was they changed out the coffee and went for tea. Then they stopped eating processed foods, grains, and white sugar. They started a garden and began cooking at home. What Shelley commented is that with her morning beverage being something a lot more smooth and palatable like tea, she didn't need to add all the sugar and milk to it. And over the course of this time, Shelley lost 40 pounds without struggle and effort. Her husband lost 20. He now works in the garden, teaching his kids about plants, and the whole family has become healthier, happier, more energetic, and have begun sharing a newfound interest in tea. With this story, clearly there's a correlation between not only a changing and embracing tea, but also a healthier lifestyle. But what about causation? Is there any proof that says tea actually causes better health? And how is this different or similar to coffee? Well, I'm not the only one who's maybe wondered this question. Researchers have as well. But researchers can't just go and say, okay, let's talk about health. They need to define something that's not so broad and nebulous as just health. So they look at specifically health outcomes, or health markers and disease markers. So we're going to consider 4 specific health or disease markers today and how tea and coffee affect those. Namely, cholesterol, osteoporosis, inflammation, and insulin resistance. In 3 out of the 4 of these, tea has been shown to offer a better outcome than coffee, and also offer a protective effect in the body against these diseases. In the 4th one, that of insulin resistance, coffee is actually the better choice, with tea not having any effect whatsoever. Clearly, the evidence is mounting that in both correlation and causation, tea is a beverage for better health. Well, what about that caffeine? When you need that jolt in the morning, how can we smooth that out? Coffee has about 120 to 170 milligrams in an average cup. Tea, by contrast, has about 30 to 80 milligrams, so roughly 1/3 to 1/2. So you may be thinking, well, that's not enough to get me going. My belief is once you've broken the coffee habit and adjusted to tea, you'll find that not only is the tea and caffeine sufficient, the amino acid L-theanine, which offers increase in mental clarity and alertness, will help to give you that morning kick that you need without the jitteriness of coffee to get your day started. And so then perhaps you're wondering, I drink coffee because I like it. I don't like tea. My response is, clearly you have not tried enough teas. With the many varieties of tea, white, green, oolong, pu'er, black tea, and increasing varieties flavored with fruit, flowers, flavors, and herbs, you just haven't tried enough tea. So my challenge to you is, go out there, try some new teas until you find one that you like, then Begin by replacing 1 cup of coffee per day. Break your coffee habit, eventually coming to embrace tea, a healthy lifestyle, perhaps discovering a newfound love of tea in the process. Won't you drink to your health?